BroncoStevens here on YouTube. Got kind of a crazy story for you today. I got an unexpected call the other day, and basically, we were cleaning up the house a little bit, right? And so we give my son a trash bag. We're like, "Hey, run this out to the trash can," and he's like, "Hey, Dad," because he's 12, and I probably scared him too much, telling him about the world and like kind of crazy stuff that can happen to people or does happen to people, not even far from our house. Hey, Tracker, what's up, buddy? Telling a crazy story here. Riz, hi, how you doing? Good to have you. Excited to tell you this story. And so, Autumn, how you doing? Stick around for this. This is entertaining, and when it gets weird, just be like, just stay with it, okay? Or super early because I have this crazy news, right? And so, I'm I'm going with my son. It's nighttime to take out the trash because he's a little scared. He's just like, just stand there while I run it out. And I'm like, yeah, that's no problem. I'm like, hey, son. And I'm kind of messing with him because I'm the one that instilled all these fears about, people are crazy these days. People kidnap kids and people get shot around our house. And they do. I mean, we're not in the greatest area. We're not a terrible area. But I mean, within a couple miles, sometimes there's people that are, shot and doing dumb things at night. And anyhow, I'm kind of messing with him. I'm like, hey, son, what are you afraid of? And because I just want to hear what he's afraid of. I want to hear if like he's listened and gave me all reasonable answers. And he's like, I don't know, like kidnappers and stuff. I'm like, good one, son. Yeah. And I said, yeah, but what about werewolves? Kind of messing with him. See what he said. He's like, yeah, that would be bad. And then I was like, what about werewolf kidnappers? Okay, there you go. There's like a combo, werewolf kidnapper. And I'm just being silly, like I often do. I like to just be silly. And so then it dawns on me that would be a good movie, Werewolf Kidnapper. Because then I was like, there used to be American Werewolf in London and kind of some cheesy, I only have 15% battery power. We'll see how much of this I can pull off. We'll have to maybe do the rest later. We'll see. But I just got a notification on my phone that I only had 15%. This is very impromptu. I did not intend to come on here and tell you this news. But anyway, so I go inside, and the phone rings, my phone, and I pull out my phone, and it's this producer, this movie producer, and he's like, hey, Bronco. And I'm like, hey, how'd you get my number? Because I don't know any movie producers, right? So it's a weird situation already. And he goes, hey, we've got this new movie shooting in your location, and we think you'd be a good fit for the part. And I'm like, okay, this sounds too good to be true. And I'm skeptical. So when somebody tells me something, I'm like, I'm this close away from just hanging up on them. But he goes, no, we're filming it in Tulsa. It's called Kidnapping Werewolves of Tulsa. And I'm like, what is going on? Because we literally just made this up outstairs or outside when my son was taking out the trash. I'm like, what if, there was a kidnapping werewolf? And I was thinking even that would be a good movie. Now I'm getting this call, and it's this dude going, hey, we think you'd be a good fit. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening, because it's already one of those Matrix type situations where you're like, got somebody on the phone and they're telling you to do this, and you can tell, like, it's like you had to have just heard what I just said in my head, And so, yeah, it's crazy. It gets crazier. Hang with me. And so this is probably the craziest thing you'll hear today, okay? And it's all in fun. It's all in fun. Okay. And so then I'm like, well, what part? And he's like, the dad. And I'm like, totally can pull off being a dad. I've done that 6 times. I have 6 kids. And so I'm like, okay, well, tell me some details. And he said, just come back outside. And then I'm like chills, right? Because I'm like, well, how did you know I was outside, And then I'm starting to think this is a little like too much Matrixy stuff. But then I look out the frickin', cheat. I look out the blinds. Sure enough, there's headlights out front of my house. And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Okay. And I start to go outside. And my family knows something's up because I'm acting like, excited but nervous and all this stuff. And so I go outside, and I didn't notice, but my son, who took the trash out with me, or actually took the trash out, he goes out kind of behind me. And I'm too focused on kind of like looking at what's going on. And so this car, it's a nice car. It's like a real nice Charger, and he's got super like weird glowing lights in the back seat and stuff, like red lights. and the window's slightly cracked, and I can't really see in. It's like dark, but yet red inside. I don't know. It's weird. And but I could see like the lighting in there more than I could see in his area. Maybe it's darker is what it. My probably was more tinted in the front if I had to get in the back seat light or area. And so anyway, long story short, I get to the car and I hear. I actually don't have to get to the car. I hear music playing before I even get in the car, and as I start to approach the car, I hear him say, hop in, and I don't know what I was thinking, dude. As a father, this goes against every advice that I've ever given to a kid or my person. I bet he start panting like a dog. Maybe we'll see. And so anyway, we get into the back seat of this car, my son and I. That's the part I don't get. Like, I don't understand why when I get in. I mean, it was just nice. It was like a welcoming, inviting situation. I can't put my finger on it. So anyway, I'm sitting in the back, and it's kind of like you're in the back of a limousine. I don't know. It was weird because I could see like his head and stuff. Long story short, he's a werewolf. Okay. And I know that sounds crazy given the whole situation of I go outside with my son to take out the trash and I'm like, "Hey son, what about werewolves?" Okay? And so we're in the back seat of this werewolf mobile, we'll call it. I mean, for lack of better words, right? And the music's going and he starts driving down the road. Go for a ride tonight. Let's go for a ride tonight. We'll see if you keep alive. Let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. Come inside my car. I'll take you very far. Let's go. Not the best decision. Anyway, so we're driving down the road, and we're actually having a pretty good time. I'm not going to lie. The dude was cool, okay? The werewolf was actually pretty chill. We're having a good, light conversation. The music's good. The music's banging, actually. It's better than good. I don't know. He had a really good sound system. The windows were down just right. The breeze, the night lights. I don't know. It was something about it. We were just having a good time. And so the werewolf starts talking about the movie. He's like, "Oh, you're going to be the dad. It's going to start with the scene of just an empty chair in a garage. And then the garage door is going to open. And there's going to be sounds. And then you're going to be outside with your son. And then he's like, you're going to get kidnapped by a werewolf." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "No, that's the movie. You're going to be kidnapped by a werewolf. It's not a normal werewolf. He's like you and I, but he's a werewolf. And like he drives a car, all that stuff." And so it dawns on me, we're in the movie, and he just said that we're going to get kidnapped, and I'm torn a movie. You're in a movie. I'm explaining the movie, okay? And so we're in the back of that car, and the werewolf just basically admits that he kidnapped us, okay? So we're not feeling, my son and I are kind of giving each other this look. "Hey son, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have got in that car." I know that. "Hey son, just follow my lead. No matter what happens." All right, Dad. So they get stopped, right? Or we get stopped. And we're at this, what looks like to be like a Sam's Club, okay? But it's old. It doesn't look like it's been operating for a while. And so we go inside, and sure enough, it's just like this big warehouse looking place. And you know how like when you get inside of stuff where all the products are on and you just kind of go up to them and shop, each of those sections looks like it's been made into like a mini little room, like a little prisoner cell, if you will. Okay. And there's remnants of like belongings to people, but there's no people. There are no people through this. And we're walking up and down the aisles. Okay. And the werewolf is leading the way. We're just like following him, like lambs to his slaughter. Honestly, I'm just waiting for him to mess up, okay, or to think of something, because in that situation, when you're walking alone with the werewolf guide, you gotta be on your toes a little bit. You gotta be light on your feet, as you say, okay. So we're walking down, and we're just looking at all these little miniature rooms, and having this terrible vibe of like, whoa, who was there and for how long and where did they go? And so we're walking down these aisles and the werewolf starts humming. Kinda hungry. I haven't eaten in days. Kinda getting excited though, 'cause I got a boy and his dad. The boy pulls on his dad's arm. He says, "Dad, is that werewolf humming?" Werewolf. Yeah, you. Have you ever had a nice juicy steak? The werewolf turns and looks at him. Can't say I ever have. All I really eat is people. Well then, Mr. Werewolf, I have a proposition for you. I'm listening. Go back to my house, because I just bought like half a cow. I pull out the grill, and we have ourselves an old-fashioned barbecue. You ever been to one of those? The werewolf's like, no, I can't say that. He says, okay, well, you're invited. The werewolf's thinking about it. He's really hungry. But he really doesn't like what he does. Kind of leaves him feeling dirty. All right, let's do it. We go back to his car. Cool car. He's got a cool car. And they get in the back seat again. And he turns the car on. Let's go for a round. Let's go for a round. I'll take you home. We'll eat some cow. Let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. I just might spare your life. Let's go for a ride tonight. Let's go for a ride tonight. I just might spare your life tonight. Just might spare your life tonight. I hope so, he says. And so they get back to the house. And so the dad and the son go back inside the garage. And they open up the freezer. And they're pulling out tons of meat. I mean, a lot of steak. I mean, steak's expensive these days. I mean, they're probably grabbing like $120-ish worth of steak out of this freezer. And the dad's like, the son's looking at the dad like, that's a lot of food. I'm like, we got to feed this werewolf, okay? It's this stuff for us, buddy, you know? And so, anyhow, long story short, they get the grill out, they're cooking it up, and the werewolf is sitting there, and they're like, "What do you?" The conversation's terrible. Like, what's the icebreaker for talking to a werewolf at your barbecue? Um, you know, there's not much that I could think of. But so I'm like, oh, can I offer you something to drink, Mister Werewolf? And he goes, well, the only thing I ever really drink is blood. And I'm like, oh, don't have any of that. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you any blood. And so anyway, I quickly changed the subject back to the barbecue. I'm like, well, the food will be done in like 5 minutes or so, man. Just hang out. Don't eat my son or any of my other children, and everything's gonna be good. I think you're gonna like this steak. It's looking good. Okay. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I've got some blood. I mean, he's gonna try cow. Surely he could drink some cow blood. And so I go and I get all the packaging and stuff, and I wring out as much blood as I can get for this werewolf. And so then I go back outside to the barbecue, and things are actually doing pretty good because my little ones are kind of fun. Like they if they're outside, they're gonna find something to do, and so they're like doing little cartwheels and like gymnastics tricks in front of the werewolf, and he has to grade them like. They're like, who wins? Everything's a competition between my little kids. And so he has to give them like scores out of 0 to 10, like he's a judge. And anyway, so they're having a good time. And it gets to the point where oh my, you know what? We're going to have to go to an intermission. Yeah, we're going to go to an intermission, and then I'll be back. Pause for station identification. Yeah, subscribe and get the rest of the story.